Ever wonder what goes into a truly amazing meatball? Forget the store-bought stuff. Today we're making it completely from scratch and the flavor is truly amazing. Today we're unlocking the flavors to the juiciest, the most delicious meatballs you've ever tried, and they're homemade. I'm going to show you the secrets behind this and what my family has done for years and years and years. So come with us and see what we're going to do today. Ingredients. So we're going to start off with our fresh pork and beef. We have a pound of each. Let's see. You see that, my lovely assistant?
So that's a pound of pork.
Pound of pork and a pound of beef.
Pound of beef.
The mix is an 80-20 for both the pork and the beef. We have breadcrumbs. Sometimes we'll make homemade breadcrumbs. These happen to be gluten-free. Over the course of the years, my family has become gluten intolerant. A lot of people have. We have fresh eggs. I usually use 1 egg per pound of meat. So we have 2 pounds. 2 pounds. We have fresh eggs. Oh, by the way, the breadcrumbs we have here, I'm using half a cup, quarter cup for each pound of meat. We have fresh Parmesan, oregano, salt, black pepper, and garlic. We also have fresh cut parsley. The fresh parsley will keep the meatballs a little moist. We start adding 4 tablespoons of cream or heavy cream to the breadcrumbs, and we're going to let that incorporate for a couple minutes here. Well, that's incorporating. I'm going to bring together my beef and pork so it mixes in a little bit. You don't want to overmix the beef with the pork because it'll make the meatballs very hard and dense. You want light and fluffy meatballs. Now I do something. My grandparents used to make meatballs every Sunday. We'd go in their house at 11 o'clock in the morning after church, and I always try to steal a meatball out of her gravy, and she yelled, "Gussie, Gussie!" Stop doing that. She called me Augustine. I mix all my wet ingredients together. So we're gonna put 2 eggs. We're going to call these wet ingredients with our Parmesan cheese, pepper, salt, oregano, and freshly chopped parsley.
So pop that all in pretty much at the same time.
All at the same time. Mix all these ingredients together. I like to get them incorporated. In my opinion, it keeps it from having clumps in your meatball, maybe just salt or pepper or Parmesan, and I'll mix this all together into a nice, for lack of a better word, slurry. So, anyway. We're going to go. I'm going to show you one of my secret ingredients in the kitchen. This just makes cleanup a whole lot easier. My 2 number 1 tools in the kitchen.
So what kind do you use? Just so people aren't.
These are sterile latex gloves.
Specifically for food service or
specifically for, you know what I'll do? I'll put them in the comments below. Okay. I'm going to put this recipe in the comments below. Anyway, I put the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients here. Let's set up our cutting boards. I'm going to slowly mix this in, trying not to put too much pressure on the meat.
So too much pressure on the meat will make the meatballs too dense.
Make them too dense.
So this is a way to sort of keep it fluffy, incorporate the ingredients.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Thank you. Just wanted to clarify.
So my grandmother used to make Sunday gravy obviously every Sunday, and we try to steal the meatballs. My uncle Mario Calabrese, he used to steal meatballs too, and so they used to call me Uncle Matt when I was in the kitchen as a little kid. So what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate that. That's nicely incorporated, as you can see. The camera nicely incorporated, and again, my gloves keep my hands clean, keeps more sanitary conditions. I use gloves. Two secret ingredients I use in my kitchen. I've been using for years: gloves and a great thermometer. And I'll put both of them in the comments below. We're going to let this sit for about 20 minutes so the flavors can incorporate. And when we come back, we'll start shaping the meatballs, and I'll show you how we cook them. Those definitely unique to most people's way of cooking meatballs, but it's the way my family has done it for generations, and it just makes for a great product. Anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. So the meatballs, they're not meatballs yet, but the meat has set up for about 30 minutes here. Hopefully it's good. I can't see why it won't be, but anyway, this is meat. So I like to portion out my meat in about a tablespoon at a time. Sometimes I'll wear gloves here, sometimes I won't. It's just a matter of preference. Today I'm not going to wear gloves, but what I will do, I got a sink over here. I'm going to wet my hands a little bit and take about a tablespoon and loosely fold that up, or roll that up into a little ball. Now, at this point, most people will fry their meatballs. In this household, we cook them directly in the sauce. So, get ready. This is what we're going to do.
So what's the difference?
Some families some people grew up with meatballs that were a little crunchier on the outside, cooking them in a pan, frying them, or baking them, or put a little crisp on the outside. The meatballs that my family recipe typically would involve, the flavors from the sauce sort of seep into the meatballs a little more. So, like that. Sometimes I'll use. We're not in our normal kitchen, so I'll often use an ice cream scoop to put these together. I don't have my ice cream scooper here.
And that does what?
Just makes a uniform meatball.
So, any particular reason you choose the amount of meat that you choose, that you make the size of the balls that you do? Is this just the way you've done it? Is it works out really well this way?
I wish I could ask my grandmother. It doesn't take them as long.
Okay, this is just what Grandma did.
This is what Grandma did, and passed it down to my mother.
Okay.
And through my father and most of my family. There are a lot of those. Most of my family still does this every Sunday. So,
that is a shaken ball.
If you want to follow me here, give me a second. Let me find a dish towel.
I'm gonna turn on the light.
Yeah, another secret weapon in the kitchen.
Is that a yes or no?
Dish towels. I buy these at Amazon. Yeah.
Sorry.
Turn on the light.
Okay.
Turn on the light. I buy dish towels, buy like the 50 pack from Amazon.
Looks like.
Make it great. It's a little bright here.
So
what we're gonna do?
Over here.
We have some Sunday gravy cooking here. Actually, you can see that.
So I know you're not going to tell us right now what that is, but can you give us a quick idea?
Tomatoes.
Okay.
There's some tomatoes in there. So what we're going to do is make sure we have this bubbling a little bit.
So you want it hot enough so that when the protein from the egg hits it, it actually starts to...
Yeah, it starts to cook. We're going to cook these right in the sauce. So this is about 212 degrees. You can see it's bubbling. I like to drop them on the bubbles if possible. If you can see this, I'll put all the meatballs in here. This is also going to cool down. It's also going to cool down the sauce as we're cooking it.
Oh, right, that makes sense.
Yeah. Once these are in here, I like to let them cook for at least half an hour, 45 minutes. And then usually we test one.
So there's no stirring. Because you
no stirring. You don't want to break up. You don't want to break up your meatballs.
Don't break up your balls.
What I will do try to get these all in.
Are you throwing a lid on this, or
I will throw a lid on this.
do you normally?
But yes, I do.
Okay.
And the other thing I will do, just to get them all nice in there, I'll shake the pot a little bit. You know, it's not really stirring.
They kind of settle.
They kind of settle. I'll cut my heat, as long as we still got bubbles, I'll cut my heat to low and then put the lid back on the pan and let that cook.
But you're keeping the spoon in there.
I'm keeping the spoon in there. The spoon gets flavorful.
Oh, okay. You gotta season your spoon.
Season your spoon. And you're also, if you have to move the spoon around a little bit, it's in there, it's got a good starting point. So we're gonna let that cook for at least a half hour, 40 minutes, and then we're gonna share with you with how the meatballs came out. Stay with us, we'll be back in a few minutes. Hey, so the meatballs are done cooking. They've been cooking for more than a half hour, probably about closer to an hour. Now, let's go plate up some meatballs and see how this turned out.
Okay, so you got this now. How do you know when it's done? You just know.
I've just been doing this for so long. You're cooking meatballs at a boiling pot.
It's gonna be done.
It's going to be done.
40.
Now, this is the most amazing cheese in the world. This is Locatelli cheese. When I was a kid, my grandfather dinner would not start until he brought a jug of wine or a little gravy boat of wine, and then he would put a plate down with the freshly grated Parmesan. So we're going to let it snow. Finish these meatballs with a little bit. Now, I'm going to take over the camera.
Okay.
Ash, probably going to be a little warm, but.
Okay. So just as the sauce person I am. Okay.
How's that taste?
Oh, it's hot,
Juicy,
but it's perfect.
succulent.
It is. It's perfect. It's fluffy, not too dense, and nice and moist. Perfect. Really, tons of flavor.
I will have to try that for myself.
I'll take that for you.
Guys, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right below.
Yeah, just like Grandma made.
Like Grandma made. Hit the subscribe button. If there's a video you would like us to see, to put out or something, and what's your favorite food you might want to see us cook, from easy to intermediate to from scratch, let us know. Put it in the comments below, and we will try to get that video done to you.